What up, guys? This build here, probably one of the best builds that I've put together when it comes to burn damage. A lot of people think that the burn damage paired along with the crank not very viable. Everybody has their mindset that shrapnel is the only way to go. Granted, don't get me wrong, shrapnel is a high damaging build. It is probably the best in the game right now. Don't be closed minded. There are other builds out there that can still compete, whether it be in PvP or PvE. All right, for this build, I'm sitting at 1066 psi intensity, 8k HP. Going to stats, crit rate is at 16%. This could be a little bit higher. Crit damage is at 42%. Weak spot damage 78%. On a rifle damage, additional 25%. Burn damage bonus, another 25%. And then damage reduction, 10% on limb damage reduction, 40% on torso damage reduction. If you pair this along with honey glazed ham, this will go up even higher as far as your damage reduction overall and for your torso and limbs. So take that into account if you're going to run this build sitting at 50% HP. Because the way the build works is you want to be a high damage, low health, high damage reduction. I know that's a lot to hear, but that's the way it works. Low health, high damage reduction, which makes your damage hit harder. Makes your your burn ticks hit even harder. We're gonna go into the gear. I'm running a heavy duty helmet, 6-piece, fully calibrated to 6. Only running 2-piece. We'll get into the other piece here in a second. As far as the helmet mod, I'm running spearheading, weapon damage plus 20% against enemies within 10 meters. Also get weak spot damage reduction, continuous damage from burn, more PSI intensity, and more weapon damage. Again, if you can get the same mod, the same 4 stats, just in a higher categories, you'll be able to hit that much better. For your mask, we're running an agent mask. Again, calibrated 6 times. Valor Surge, which gives you core effect of PSI intensity plus 15%. Another 7.5% upon a kill, lasting 8 seconds, and that can stack up to 3 times. So if you kill somebody in PvP, and then you kill somebody else within that 8 seconds, now you have an additional 15% of PSI intensity. You'll go up a 30% PSI intensity. Get the third stack, which is going to be very rare. Then, of course, you'll have 37.5%. I have rifle accuracy, PSI intensity, crit rate, and damage against Rosetta units. Again, that third one, it's up to you how you want to roll it. Be damage to elites. I don't think anybody has a really good understanding currently if in PvP if players act as elites. If so, that does become the case, then obviously everybody in PvP will roll that to damage against elite. BBQ gloves, everybody knows this is like best in slot when it comes to any type of burn build. Running precise shot mod, increase accuracy and stability for rifle, sniper rifle damage, LMG, and weapon damage. So main thing we get off of these is the increased accuracy for rifle, stability for rifle, as well as the 10% weapon damage. Not too much focus on the sniper rifle and LMG, but being that most people run Black Panther as their secondary, unless they have a different type of burn weapon, maybe a boom boom, then this is probably the best in slot. As far as the attributes, running rifle stability, PSI intensity, PSI intensity again, and again, the damage against units, it's purely up to you. It could be normal damage against great ones if you want to make this build for hidden only against bosses. Damage against elites, damage against normal ones, normal enemies, deviants, however you want to put it. That third one right there is up to you. Want to go into boots again? We're running 2-piece heavy duty, calibrated 6 as well, and we're running prolonged potency. Every time we activate this weapon, we gain 20% PSI. So if you activate this weapon twice, yes, it can be activated twice back to back simultaneously. You now have 40% additional PSI. So once I do this, as well as getting a kill, my PSI intensity goes up to almost 2,000. As far as the attributes, we're running movement speed, rifle damage, weapon damage and more damage reduction. Again, that's a good one to run as well. You could have damage reduction against elites or great ones, whichever you're gonna put. Like I said, until we fully understand if players act as elites, then I will say damage reduction from elites would be best in that category. Going on to the next one, we have a One Piece Falcon, again calibrated to level 6. We're running torso fortification, torso damage reduction 50%, also additional 4.8 X HP, rifle damage, continuous damage. Again, we always want that continuous damage from burn so that they never have time to recover. This is for PvP. They never have time for recover. And the same things for enemies. If you apply burn to more than 2 to 3 enemies, then your burn ticks will go higher. Protocell damage reduction. Again, that third column, it's the third row is up to you. It's on how you want to play it. Last but not least, again, our two-piece set for agents. Pants. Again, doing limb guard, limb damage reduction, more weapon damage, crit damage reduction, more continuous damage from burn, and stamina consumption. As far as the crit damage reduction, you can roll that off. Again, that's that one that, like I said, you can play with and put it however you like, whatever works for you. But again, the main thing you want to have on these mods, everywhere you can possibly get it, is continuous damage or a continuous trigger chains for your burn. So make sure you have that everywhere. Again, these are not the best of the best mods. As you can see, I have 2 perfect spots. Then I have, 2 lower tier spots. But if you can get, I don't even know if it's possible to get all 4 perfect spots. And though, that would be best in slot, especially if you can get the rolls that you want. At least 2 out of the 3. Again, that last one is purely up to you when you re-roll it, but you want the other 3 to be what you need them. If you can get 2 out of the 3, you can roll the third to be exactly what you need. Went into our cradle. All right, we're running SMG damage boost. That's just purely just to have it, maybe for a backup weapon. If there is a weapon, I haven't looked through all of the weapons, but if there is a weapon that applies burn, then I'll most likely have an SMG as my backup. Well, I know a lot of people like to run bow. You can run your bow if you want. It's up to you. Or pistol. Again. For second row, I'm running sniper rifle crit boost. Again, like I said, most people like to run Black Panther. And then for rifle amplify, after dealing any damage with assault rifle, rifle damage is up 1%. Reload speed +1, up to 20 stacks, lasts until the next reload. So make sure you mag dump on everybody. Not reload halfway through. Mag dump to take full advantage of this. This one here, I took a while to think about, and I played with it. You do have a lot more damage over time, but those burn damage tick numbers aren't going to be as high as you want them, in that you have the minus 20% reduction. So you can play around with this to see if it works for you. It may not. Just play around with it, like I said. For fourth column, running tactical combo, damage 25% for 9 seconds if the mag is over half full after a kill. Again, for your weapons, you can run higher mag, legendary mags. That way you have a 48 to 50 round magazine. It should take no more than about 25 to 30 rounds to kill someone in PvP. So if you can get the kill before 25 rounds, then you get that additional 25% damage for 9 seconds when somebody else runs up on you. So they're instantly going to melt. Enhanced perception. We want that PSI intensity again, plus 30% for activated weapons. That pairs along with our prolonged potency mod, where if we activate twice, we get another 30%. So this is where talking about when my PSI intensity goes up almost to 2,000 because I'm getting an additional 30% from mods and then another 30% just from your cradle. Your last column, running weapon damage. Again, this is one of the best in slots for this row. Make sure everybody has its own, whether you're doing PvE or PvP. Weapon damage for 15%. Again, weak spot chain reaction upon weak spot hits by guns, consecutive buffs from burn, with a trigger chance plus 30% until the buff is replaced. This is like perfect for a burn or a frost spill, so make sure you're running that as well. Then last but not least, elemental sense. Increase elemental damage based on the number of enemies under continuous burn debuffs, so which is burn or frost. your damage plus 10% with each enemy, and then capping at 50%. So if you hit one player in PvP, for example, and he starts to burn, do not focus on him until he drops, because if you have a lot of continuous burn damage, he's going to burn for a hot minute before he can recover and heal. By then, you can put burn on somebody else, and then you can burn everybody else down that's in your sight. It depends on how you want to play it. And if you're a up close and personal PvP player like me, or you kind of be like have to be standoffish just a little bit, mid range, then this is perfect for you. Again, you don't have to use this. This is what works for me. And for as weapons, for mod accessories, I'm running muzzle, which gives you 12% plus 12 accuracy and plus 5 stability. I'm running an optic, compact reflex, 2 times zoom, 10% aiming speed, 12 stability. I'm running the bipod legs right now because they seem to be the better option out of everything, which give you plus 11 accuracy, plus 16 stability, minus 20 mobility. And then, like I said, this is where you can bump this up if you'd like. Again, if you don't utilize that one cradle that I was talking about, as far as like the weapon damage, you still get the reload speed damage for the next 9 seconds. So even though this takes away a lot of reload speed, it will still make your cradle will still make up for it. So this could be a very viable option for you to put that mag at 48% if you have magazine capacity on any of your mods. And you could take that over the top to 50 plus rounds AK. And of course, ammo, whatever ammo you like. PvP, I run either tungsten rifle or either tungsten rifle AP. Whichever one works for you. Like I said, again, the higher the caliber of the higher tier of ammo, the more damage per round. As you can see, between tungsten rifle and tungsten rifle AP, 300 damage for each bullet. All right, that's it for this video, guys. If you guys liked it, enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below. Make sure you drop a like. And I'm live on Twitch Monday through Saturday, every day from 11 a.m. Central Standard Time to 6 p.m. Standard Time. So then, I'll catch you on the next one.